Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on two channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write eSailing TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you watching eSailing TV. Today we are really into a treat. We are going to watch some of the things, some of the actions that's been happening the last week. With this weekend, something really special happened for the first time. We had the Switch Championship, eSailing Championship, the first of the first championships in a national federation, and we're going to watch that. Furthermore, I'm going to invite in my co-host Alec Wilkinson. Right now he's preparing in London. I know he will prepare with a whiskey or two in his hand. He's going to have some fun and going to do something together with us tonight. Furthermore, we will have a small interview, have some good interviews tonight. We're going to have a speak with Confluentia, who was part of the Switch eSailing Championship, and we are going to invite in for the first time ever the young Asir from France. So let's see what's up to do. But before going into it, we have just received some secret recordings, we will call them. We are so lucky to get recordings from the Switch eSailing Championship, provided by one of the players, of course, our one and only Confluentia. So let's go in and watch it and see how the Switch Championship was. Please bear over with me. I will try to do it live commentating here and now, and it's not live, but this is fantastic. It's the first ever championship made. So please get ready and let's have some fun. Saturday was the first time ever a Switch eSailing Championship was played. It was the national championship. 12 players was qualified. Only 7 of them have the opportunity to participate. These videos we are showing here are from the championship. It's made by Confluentia, and as we can see, we are going to follow his boat. In the first race, it was a really tight one. Confluentia had a really good start, but pressured by Celestian Storm, Kalua 8, Stripes, and then we have this WR Port and Nessie and the Switch 19. Confluentia, he knows a lot about eSailing, but he's actually one of the players here in this competition. There's a non-sailor, so how went it? How did he do? Could he go all the way? Coming to the first mark in the first race, he is in control. He is, as we normally see him in the server, in front of the race. but closely followed by Celestial Storm, but racing downwind. Confluentia, when he is in front, is hard to get close to. A lot of fighting has been made in this Switch Championship, and the most impressive is that the first 6 races is played as a qualifier, where we will exclude 1 player, so the final will be winner takes it all with only 6 players in it. So it's all about getting at least 4 good races to be sure to get into the final. Confluentia is starting well. Stripes, you can see he's getting a penalty just before racing downwind. It's a costly penalty, but Confluentia takes the first win, and here he goes in. So good start for our favorite player Confluentia from Switzerland. Celestial Storm second, Stripes third. We can see when we're going into the next race, we're going to take all of them. We're going to the second race. Can Confluentia keep his position? But this is the second race, so the other players is warmed up now, and we know that Colluade, he wants also to show his talent. Confluentia with a really good start. He's in front again. It's Nessie in second, Stripes in third. But see what happens, is very close. The other players are doing some fine races and going up for it. When they're coming forward to the top mark for the first time, Confluentia is in third. It's Colluade in front. He's fighting Stripes in the left side, who's going to split. But Kalura, he is actually choosing the good side, and see how they're racing downwind. Confluentia is trying to attack him and come around here, but see what happens. He comes around it, and Confluentia getting a penalty by Stripes. It's still upwind, but it's a costly one, especially when you're playing for the national championship and playing against players that also know a bunch about eSailing. So it's not for fun getting a penalty. He's dropping all the way to position 7. So now he has to fight his way back. Colluade is showing his skills. The other players has to fight in. Stripes giving a penalty to Dreb apart. Again, this is this port name we have been trying to say a lot of time, but he's coming in. Confluentia with his second penalty of this race, of the second race. It's a costly second penalty. See, he's dropping all the way to position 7. Normally when we see him races, this is the time where he might disconnect because he's getting mad and getting 2 penalties. Colluade in front, Stripes in second, Celestial Storm in third, and Swiss 19 in fourth. And they're coming around the mark. See, we can just see Colluade, how he's coming around the mark, closely followed by Stripes, and they're going to fight it all the way. And see what happens just on the finish line. Stripes getting in front of Colluade. Confluentia is fighting his way up, also capturing the win, and see, he also do something amazing on the finish line, coming from last position and ending up 4th. Now it's time to the third race. Confluentia with a 1st and a 4th position, Colluade just winning the Stripes just winning the last one. So how it's going? It's not the best start for our favorite player Confluentia. He's starting 5th, and he has to tack away from the rest of the fleet, try to catch some win. But it's not possible for him. Celestial Storm coming first to the top mark, racing downwind, closely followed by Stripes. But Celestial Storm doing a really good job. He's going for a win. Nessie going for second. But see, Confluentia is fighting his way up again and taking 3rd. Way to go, way to go. Race 4. Confluentia with a win, a 4th and a 3rd. So if he's doing a good result in race 4, he will be sure getting all the way to the final. But Celestial Storm, he just took a win. All the other players are showing their skills. And here a good start for Dura Pawn, but he's getting a penalty. Confluentia getting in front, but he's getting penalties also. So in the end we see Colluade taking the win, Celestial Storm 2nd, Nessie 3rd. Race 5. Now he has to do a good result to get into the final. The final position hasn't been secured yet. And there's the start. A much better start this time. But still, the server says he's coming 2nd over the starting line. Just because there was some false start. Celestial Storm with a great start again. But it's Stripes showing his skills. He's 50 meters front the fleet when they're racing downwind for the last time. See Stripes coming in 100 meters in front of Confluentia, but Celestial Storm coming 2nd, driven upon third, Kalua 8 fourth, Nessie going in front of Confluentia, so Confluentia getting fifth. So this time he has to get at least a position 4 to be sure to get into the final stage. And there's the start. Confluentia is getting a good start. He is in front. It's fantastic start by him. But again, he's going to fight for it, getting a penalty by Kalua 8, and he's keeping his second position, Kalua 8, with a win. So we can now say that Kalua 8, Confluentia, and Celestian Storm with a third will go into the finals. We are going into the final. We can see that Switch 19, he's not part of it anymore. He's been excluded. So who will take the win? Who will be the first Switch champion, eSailing champion? Confluentia again with a bad start, starting third. And then we see Celestian Storm, Kalua 8 fighting for position, upwind, but it's a close one. See, all of them are only 1 to 2 meters beside each other, so everything can happen this race. A penalty will be crucial. It will really be costly. It can cost you win. It can cost the first, second, and third place, and you will drop all the way to the last position. A good fight. Celestian Storm getting a penalty. Confluentia also getting a penalty. All of them by Kalua 8. And then we see in front Drew Port. He's getting to take the win. It's the first upwind race. And they're coming to the first mark. Drew Port also getting a penalty. So Stripes coming first. Kalua 8 second. They're really fighting. Nessie on the inside. It's a close race. Kalua 8 with a penalty. And Confluentia is getting his second penalty of this race. And then we have here Confluentia is in last position, Stripes in first, Nessie in second. It's a sure win for Stripes when he's going around for the last time, going upwind. If he's not doing any mistakes, he can run for it. But let's see, it's Nessie in second, Celestian Storm in third, Kalua 8 in fourth, Confluentia with his third penalty here. So now he is in last position. Stripes, he's 15, we can see he's 18, he's 22 meters ahead of Nessie, he's 30 meters ahead of Nessie. He's sure of winning to be the first champion in eSailing in Switzerland. Nessie, he's fighting his way, also sure of his second place, getting second. Celestian Storm fighting Confluentia. We're going to see it's going to be a close one. According to servitors, 1 meter beside him. See Celestian Storm on the right side, Confluentia on the left. Confluentia tacking in and winning the third, coming from last position, 3 penalties and still getting a third. So Stripes win, Nessie second, Confluentia third, Celestian Storm fourth, Kalua 8 fifth. So congratulations to Stripes, Nessie and Confluentia for getting the first ever position in eSailing in Switzerland. It's fantastic to watch all this, what's happening in the Switch Championship, and thank you for Confluentia for sharing these videos with us. We will invite him in studio within the next minutes, but before doing that, all of you, please welcome my tonight's co-host. He's ready in London. I know he's ready. He has just been giving something strong for his voice, so he can keep it up all night. So please welcome Alec Wilkinson. And Alec,
hello.
Welcome in studio. Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching around the world. This is me in London. How are you?
I'm fine here, Alec. And what have you been up to since last time we met up? That was last Monday. So a whole week in between.
Well, I was watching the Swiss Championships, which you've just shown us the highlights of. And what a fantastic win. Their very first national champion in Switzerland, Stripe won. Yeah. What a victory that was. It was good stuff. And lots of action, lots of penalties. It was great. What have I done? Well, I think when we last spoke, I was at Cows Week. That was kind of just beginning, so it's come to an end now. It finished over the weekend, and now I am watching very closely what's happening in the Tokyo 2020 test event in Enoshima, because next week I fly out there for the World Cup Series, and all the top sailors are out there right now testing themselves on the waters. So we should be in for a great regatta next week.
Looking forward to that. Maybe I should just travel with you and drop out of eSailing TV and learn more about sailing to get into the commentating job. It looks like you have some good races, and I can see Epicure saying hello, Alec, and also Alberto Camaro in the chat. Hello, Alec. All of you, we won't reply to chat tonight, but please write. We will reply here by voice in studio.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for welcoming.
Yeah. And just to say, we are going to invite in Kalua 8 in a few sec. I'm just going to write him in my private chat to see if we can get him in. And before that, guys, we just go to a small break, because tonight we're also going to watch the VRI Club Championship again tonight. It's week 2. And Alec, it's the first time you're going into this one.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, what do you know about the Virtual Regatta Inshore Sailing Club? There's an online club.
Well, I can run through the whole format for you, but maybe we want to do that after the break. I don't know. Yeah. But it's a great club that's just sort of come together over time. And now we've got 30 sailors more or less tonight. We're going to divide them up into 2 fleets. There's a very efficient sailing commodore in Belgium called Cube. I'm calling him a commodore. He basically organised these sailing nights, which is great. And he's going to be competing as well, and is currently working very hard behind the scenes with lots of lists and trying to make doing lots of maths to try and make sure that the racing is all fair and dandy. But I'll run through the actual format a little bit later, shall I? Or should we go through it now?
I think let's take it later. Let's take a small break and get Confluentia in studio, because they're going to race here within the next 10 minutes. So you also have a chance to prepare for tonight's races. So all of you, please stay tuned.
Hi and welcome to eSailing Learning. Today we are going to speak about how you can race against your friends, how you can organize something private. Normally you go into these official races, you race a lot of skippers from all around the world, we can see here, but none of them are your friends. You want to race your friends. So how can I do it? When we're going into it, we can just go to the side. Here you can see I have my friends just here in the bottom. I'm pressing in there and can invite them into what we call duel mode. Just press the green button, but you have to organize it with your friends. They have to be online together with you. They're not able to be in a race like I'm floating here, and then you can race them in a duel mode class. But I want to do something bigger, better, and together with my sailing club, my sailing friends, I go into private races, create a race. In here, when I'm creating a race, first of all I'm choosing which boat we're going to sail. I'm choosing Formula 18. Pressing in a code 123456. Don't use that code, use another code, because the server is automatically using the code to make people join in the server. When you're going in, then the server is generated, you go in and you are the admin. The one who's creating the game is the admin of the game. Here we can see it choosing the classic format of the Formula 18, racing a lot from side to side, and then in the end racing around the middle mark, going to the finish line. When we're in the race, you can see we can race up to 20 skippers. 20 skippers. So I can do a race like real life. So 20 skippers can race against each other. And I am admin, so I decide when the race to start. The starting button in the top, when I press it, the race starts. Right now I'm starting a race where I'm all by myself, so I can race and win. Normally eSailing TV doesn't win races, but today we can win the race. We're all by ourselves. So, if you want to race your friends, you want to do something special more than the official races, please go in, do private races or do dual modes against your friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more info.
And Alec, we just
Hello.
invite in Confluencer in studio as promised. So I will keep my voice shout so we can hear some really good interviews with some of the star players. And before going offline, Confluencer, huge congratulations with your third position. It looks like you won't get
Thank
a
you very
medal at
much.
all. So.
Yeah, I was very surprised because I got more and more frustrated during that final race, and I had actually given up any hope until I saw, okay, there is more wind on the left side, and I had one chance and I took it. Very happy about that.
So Confluentia, yeah, congratulations, bronze medal
Thank
in
you.
the very first Swiss national championships. So really well done. When you went into the race, did you feel that there was a medal possibility for you?
Yes, definitely. I mean, unfortunately, there were only 6 sailors included, so statistically there is a 50% chance. But we all know there is a lot of things that can happen in such a race. I was hoping for the best. Yeah, I thought it was realistic, and I think my aim was a medal. I do not mind which one it is, so I'm very, very happy with the bronze that it actually was at the end.
So you're sitting in a town near Zurich right now. How many
Yes.
e-sailors do you think there are in Switzerland? Are you beginning to meet them, you know, on your travels, or is it still, because you mentioned about the 6? There were 6, in that medal race at the end. But is it a sport that is spreading now across Switzerland?
Well, it's hard to tell because, to be honest, I only see what's happening at the top 10 or 20 players, and I do not really know how much more there are, how many more there are. But I think the top players, there are more and more players on the same level, so to speak. So it's getting more and more difficult within that country to be in the top 5 or top 10.
Well, and that was something I was going to go on to ask, really. Do you feel the quality of e-sailors has improved in Switzerland?
Yes, definitely, because I remember when I started about 2 years ago, there was Kulu 8, who was also in the final, and I think he was more or less the only top player. Now there are 6 or 7 that are all on a very similar, very high level. And I hope that will be more interesting and even more competitive people next year.
So there are countries around the world now where the federations are thinking about creating a national e-sailing championship within their country.
Mhm.
Um, what do you feel a national championship does to help the sport within a country? Do you think it's worth the effort, the time, and the money put into organising such an event?
Yes, I think because it's the only championship was the World Championship last year, and there were 8 people qualified. And so 8 worldwide is very, very, very tough. So if there are several national championships, it gives the possibility to many more people to qualify, to have a name, to work to someone to win something. Yes. So there are not 10 or 20 that can win something, but 100 or 200 in all these countries that are involved.
I think there were 10 in the final of the World Championships last year. This year, of course, the World Championships are going to be in Bermuda,
Mm-hmm.
and if it works like last year, then the top 10 in the rankings will be invited by World Sailing to the final. Are you competing in that? How are you doing?
Let's hope for the playoff. It will be, as I said, very tough. I have not given up hope, but I see that there is at least 10, 20, 30 people on the same or higher level. So I think it will be very tough to finally qualify to the World Champs.
So you mentioned earlier on that what won you the medal was spotting some wind on the left-hand side of the course. I just wanted to ask you just a few kind of technical questions, really.
Mhm.
how do you spot it on the eSailing? How can we put it, on an eSailing course? How do you spot wind?
If you observe closely, there are some slight variations in the color of the sea. So dark usually means a bit stronger wind. And so I saw that the color of the sea is a bit more dark on that one side than on the other side. It is not always the case, but I was hoping for the best, and I was right, fortunately.
I guess you had nothing to lose at that point.
No, definitely not. So I thought this is the only thing I had to do, and not trying to follow the other sailors that were going right, maybe winning one place in a close duel. I thought it's all or nothing now.
Now we're followed by a lot of people on this channel, hoping to pick up some tips from some of the best. So, as a bronze medalist in your national championship, what are the sort of things that you would say to someone who's, you know, down the ranks, who is trying to get better, who's trying to improve? What are the things that they need to look out for? What helped you, for example, improve?
I think it's a lot of training involved. You cannot get a lot better just within 2 weeks because you read the tips or heard the tips by someone. You have to practice. You have to try to capture more and more information out of the pictures that you see. As I said, the color of the sea and the position of the other sailors, it's many details that give a whole picture. And with more experience, you try to, or you learn how to interpret these numerous details to get one big picture and to make the right decisions. So there is no shortcut, you have to practice.
Well, I guess
Try
that's
different
with
things.
I guess that's with the same with any sport, really. You've just got to
Definitely.
practice and spend time and time with it. Um, do you have a favourite or preferred boat within the virtual regatta games?
No, not actually. Or if I had, I shouldn't tell because then the others would get angry with me.
Uh huh.
And I would get penalties from 95%, and
Yeah. No.
these 5% friends would not protect me.
Okay.
So I
I,
don't
I,
dare to say anything there.
I was actually thinking, what about types of boat or class of boats? Do you have a preferred class of boat?
Okay, so okay, that was a misunderstanding. No, my favorite boat is actually the 49er.
Right. And I mean, I know from watching a lot of sailing, how the 49er reacts and behaves on the water in real life. But how does it react differently in e-sailing from, let's say, a J80? I mean, can you actually tell the difference, or do you sail every boat the same way in e-sailing?
I think the J70 is much more technical boat because it's slower and it's much harder to get away from other sailors. If you, for instance, have bad air from someone, it's almost impossible to get out. The 49er is much faster. You can still make some strategic decisions to get out and trying to find a better way that makes you faster. So
Right, I
there is
see.
less infight in the 49er, and as you've seen in the finals, I get too many penalties if there are too many others around. So I prefer the boats that are faster, where one can avoid each other much better.
I can hear Thomas having a little chuckle in the background there. Do you want to come in on
Yeah,
this?
I want to comment a little bit. Confluentia, how is it to participate in a e-sailing championship in your national country without being a sailor? The others you were playing against were sailors.
Yes, I still think it's a bit bizarre, to be honest. So now I've never been on a sailboat, as I mentioned, and now I've got a real medal handed over by the real Swiss president of the Swiss Federation in sailing. It's bizarre. I still
But
don't
it's
believe
great,
it.
isn't it? It's great,
It's
isn't it?
great, but bizarre.
It's great that a national sailing federation has recognised e-sailing, and not
Mhm.
only have they organised a national championship. And by the way, we were trying to count this earlier. Actually, how many countries have got national championship? We think it's about 6.
Mhm.
Um, So let's just it's Switzerland, Italy, Germany, Great Britain. I'm missing two.
France and Holland.
And Netherlands.
The Netherlands. Okay, but it's great that those national federations have officially recognised the sport of eSailing to the point where the Swiss president comes down and puts a medal around your neck.
Mm-hmm.
It's vital for the sport to grow, isn't it, Thomas?
It is.
If you feel the support by the real sailing federations, yes, I think it's.
I just have
great.
to say, Alec, we don't have more time to speak with Confluentia now because he's going to race the online sailing clubs club championship, and the server is starting up now. So I'm sad to say, Confluentia, have fun. We will speak with you later.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye, Thomas. Bye, Alec.
And what a pleasure, Alec, to have in Confluentia in studio with us today. It's fantastic to hear. He's a non-sailor, competing sailors and getting third.
Yeah, I mean that's really impressive, and it gives us all hope, really, especially as I found out that there are plenty of professional sailors out there competing in eSailing. I spoke to some of them in Cowes, especially to a guy who's done, I think it's 4 America's Cup campaigns, and he is completely hooked on the game. And I've done an interview with him, which we will bring you another time, and certainly we will include it in our eSailing podcast when that comes out. We're working on it, aren't we, Thomas?
Yeah, we are. Alec, just a small thing. What's the format for tonight? I will just put you on here because I have 2 servers. I have one with Asir in it, Alberto Carraro, and then I have the other one with Red Dragon, have Vuk, we know, an RSC Bundesliga team. So we have 30 players in the online sailing club tonight. So what's the format?
Okay, so that's a great number, which is fantastic. I'm going to read it off my notes here because it's actually not as complicated as it sounds. So you've got 30 boats, divide them by 2, so you've got 2 fleets of 15 boats, a red fleet and a green fleet, and they will each race 2 races. Then they're going to get shuffled around, and then they're going to race 3 and 4. So another 2 races. That will divide them up into gold and silver fleet, as you would in any regatta. And then gold and silver fleet will compete in races 5 and 6. And then finally, the top 10 in gold fleet will compete in the medal race, which will presumably be race 7. Is that clear, Thomas? I hope so.
For a person like me, no. I'm also like Confluentia. I'm a non-sailor, but I understand they are divided into 2 fleets. We're going to have some winners and some losers with points, and the best of them will go into a final, and that's what we're going to see. Alec, I have joined the server.
That
now.
Pretty much sums it up, I guess. We're going to have some winners and losers, and we're going to have lots of excitement.
Yeah.
So should we get on with it?
Yeah, it's not started yet, so let's just keep the talk a little bit. First of all, we are going to experience top 50 players in the world. And I just have to say, it's 30 players that's competing tonight. So all of them, I will bet my hat on it. I will eat a hat if it's not happened. At least 5 of these players we're going to watch tonight, we are going to watch at the VC Bermuda. So this is such a high class we have, and as when we spoke with Cube just before going live, he said, hey, this is where we really compete. There's no real competition for us where we can practice in real life. We are watching forward to get some live events, maybe the same way as we have in other esports like Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Rocket League, everything else. Maybe there's hope for them. And this is what we're going to watch today. So
I can't wait.
No. Let's go into it. We can see here the server is up. But we have just one issue, Alec, with this server. It is that they hasn't started yet, so I can't presentate them at the moment. So we'll just keep it going.
So for the technical boffins out there,
Yeah.
how does it work? You're talking about servers. When you're talking about a server, you actually mean a race.
Yeah.
We're looking at this race, and I noticed there was a clock there counting down 1 minute 15.
Yeah.
But we can't show that.
No, it's not counting down yet. As you're watching in the corner.
Oh no, it's blocked.
It's blocked. So we're waiting for the race officer to start the race, and it's because there were 30 at the start, and let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 9 players in the server, so the race officer that's in charge of this server, and that's Red Dragon / Cube. He's in charge of it. He has the power to start the race. So when he's ready, he will start the race for us. And this is what is going to happen. We're waiting for Red Dragon to start it, and just because we have Confluentia in studio, we will start watching one of his races, and then we'll go to the other server afterwards. One of the other races, I think this is the red group. They're calling red and green group. Then we'll go to green group. There's our next guest in studio. We'll have around a half an hour after the first 2 races. We will welcome a young Asir from France. He's 20 years old, but we'll learn much more about him for the first time. So we're just waiting for all the players to go online. And we can do a small presentation another way. So to sec, I'm just going in out here. We have 2 servers joining online in the quick races where we're going in. Server 1, it has started already. It's with Asir from France. It's with Deja Vu from Great Britain, Jester from Australia, Alberto Carraro from Italy. It's Cool Running from New Zealand, Dingle from United States, Simple City from Australia, Epicure. He was one of the guys at the World Cup Championship 2018.
He was
from France. Empower New Zealand, KZ from New Zealand, and KZ, I think that's Matt from also part of the World Cup Championship 2018. So Cube just started the race, so let's go into it. Alec, just seeing it's counting down while we're speaking. There's only 10 players in the server. He doesn't have time for wait for them anymore. I'll do a small presentation before we're going into it. It's Red Dragon with the red sail, SNPJ Luca with us from Italy. It's Havuk, one of the participants in 2018 from Turkey, Maradoni, Great Britain, Oho from Holland. We have Stripes, winner of the Switch eSailing Championship. Then we have RSC Bundesliga team. He was number 3 in the last race, and Confluentia with us. And we will just go to this mode in the start. The players ask me to do it because they can learn from it. And here's the start, Alec.
Yeah, it's the best eye view of the course as we count down to 0. And it looks to me like a clean start for everyone. There are no penalties there, but Bundesligaten immediately goes off up to the right-hand side. Bundesliga team, I should say, the Germans. Havoc of Turkey there, but there seems to be a disagreement really in the fleet in which side is best. But we'll keep an eye on those boats at the rear because they are hugely experienced, those guys. Out in front, those 4 boats of Maradoni, SNPJ, Confluentia of Switzerland, who we spoke to earlier, and Oho.
Yeah. And just watch here in the bottom. RSC Bundesliga team had a really bad start, but still he's having a really worse start because Stripes is attacking him all the time, so he can't get speed into the boat. So he's way behind. But let's watch this fight here. I'll go to just doing it. SNPJ, Luca, and Confluentia. Here's the top mark.
So they're coming up to the top mark. They're gonna take. All right. So it's we've got a gate in this race.
Yeah.
So they're up at the top gate, and really the fleet is split.
And
which way to go.
see SNPJ Luca, he got a penalty by Confluencia. So he's now in 5th. He was in 2nd. Confluencia is under attack by Oho. And there he just going away. See, there we are.
All right, so here we go. Bottom gate. And interesting to see how they split on who's that coming across the course. Oho and SNPJ having a real battle there. Confluencia has dropped back.
Yeah, and Maradoni lost connection. He disconnected. All the players are disconnecting. I think the race officer is saying something to them in the chat. They're all disconnecting. There's only 4 players left. So the race officer Cube might have been seeing some, experienced some lacking on the server. So they're all disconnected. Let's just follow this race done. I think they will be called back.
We haven't been told officially that the race is over yet, so let's carry on as if it is still going. And Oho,
it's off. It's off. Oho is also keeping out, so it's off. Only 3 players haven't seen it's off, so we will also go off. What a start of this race! I think it's because Maradoni lost connection. Then Cube just called it straight away as the race officer and said, "Hey, it's fair play. It's the club championship. We're going to disconnect."
So explain how that can happen, how people can lose connection.
Yeah, the part with eSailing is you can play both on your computer in the browser. You can play on a tablet and you can play on a mobile phone. Example, when we watch Loki's Cup, the first dual mode cup. One of the participants had forgot he was coming into the semifinals, so he was sitting in a restaurant with his mobile phone while he was out eating with his girlfriend. She was a little bit mad on him. But when you then have a bad mobile reception, then you lose connection. And we are in different countries, so you might lose connections. Example, let's just take some good examples. In Denmark, most of Danes have at least a 10-10 connection, actually a 100-100 connection. Where in Germany,
I have to say to our viewers, this is one of Thomas's favourite little subjects, how great and how well connected to the internet Denmark is. Sorry to interrupt. Do go on.
It's okay to make fun of it. Where Germany, sometimes when I bring my mobile phone, I have faster connection than they have by internet. So it's all about which country you are in, which mobile reception you have. Do you have 3G, 4G, and so on. It's more technical in it. When it's going into it. I can see the servers are restarted. Both of them are restarted. So maybe it's because some of the players got maybe into the wrong server. We don't know. I don't have to chat with them because I'm not invited in to hear what they're saying because we are the press. Yeah, there. HSC Bundesliga team is writing, what happened? I have some of the news with me in the server. And now he's saying, why only 2 finisher? It's because him and another one was finishing. He's a German, so he's saying things straight away. It's a culture thing. Cube said, hey, HSC Bundesliga team, join red now, or else you won't get into the next race. So he's going into this race. We are going into it again. So let's see what happens this time. While we're getting in, let me just take it here. You can see Alec again. It's dark in the left corner. We still have the same sailors with us. We have Havuk from Turkey. We can't see his color of his sail because the race hasn't started. Do you remember Havuk when we were at the World Cup Championship 2018?
I do remember Havuk from Turkey.
Yeah.
He was great. I think he was the youngest finalist. He was still in his 20s. And he was also a sailor, a national former national champion in real sailing. And I'm just trying to remember. It might have been in the laser, but I might be wrong. We are trying to remember back to 2018.
But one thing I remember by him, he came with a computer, and his computer crashed. So just
so you
before...
see, I remember his sporting record. You remember his lap.
Yeah, so he had to borrow my computer just standing here beside me, and he was so happy because he went into the final. So afterward he came and said, this computer is like gold. So he was so happy that he could get another computer. So that's something with the technique. So now the race is starting. At the starting procedure, we can see here, it's counting down. There's 1 minute and 10, so we have time to presentate. eSailing TV is part of race. We'll just go out and reboot it. Sometimes this happens. That's a thing with the game. If we are participating as spectators too early, we might join the race, and we don't want to join in. Here we are. There's 10 players for the start in this race, so Cube has been a hard one and cut some of them off.
Good for him.
Yeah, here we have Havuk from Turkey. It's Stripes from Switzerland. This is the winner, the Switch champion. It's Oho from Holland. It's Confluencia with us from Switzerland. Maradoni, Great Britain. Bart from Holland also. We've been seeing a lot to him. And see that blue mark, Alec? He's a sailor. He's a registered sailor. Fingelpot, Great Britain. Red Dragon / Cube from Belgium. SNPJ Luca from Italy. RSC Bundesliga team from Germany. And we
10
will
seconds to go to the start, and after this race we'll talk a little bit more about that blue tick, okay, because we want to know more. But right now this race is underway, and the Briton Maradoni having a good start. No OCS there, so no one was over early, and let's just, from this beautiful bird's eye view that we have, let's just see how the fleet kind of sorts itself out and who wants to go in which direction and where they're going. So we're focusing on Red Dragon there.
And he started with a penalty in this race, so that's
he
why
did
he's
pick up one, did
yeah. So he's in position 8. Here we have a cross from Bart. If he's hitting Red Dragon's getting another penalty, like Fingelpunk here. There, Red Dragon getting another penalty because Fingelpot had the priority. He had the win in the right side. And we're going in down to Havuk's boat at the moment, and here we're coming towards the gate mark. Alec, are you still there? Yeah. I thought we lost your connection.
I'm fascinated by how this is all unfolding, and we've got Confluencia with the black sail there, approaching that top gate. And SNPJ with the white sail is actually from Italy, and well, I'm going to call him Luca because it's just easier. And Luca coming in behind the Swiss boat. Let's see, their spinnakers are launched out there.
And
lots of lovely colour.
Maradoni picking up a penalty again. This time.
I think he clashed with Havuk.
Yeah.
And off they go. Havuk, by the way, is Turkish for carrot, and Havuk, the sailor, is actually ginger-haired, and that's how he got his name. So here we go, bottom mark. We're halfway through the race now, and there's a penalty for Luca. And Bundesliga team round in second. I thought there might have been a clash there with another boat coming in, but he's okay. And so, is this Havuk? No, Oho coming in at the rear of the fleet, so he's having a bit of trouble. But at the moment, Havuk of Turkey is battling it out with Confluencia, who's on the other side of the course. You can see there the little red and white windsock telling you which way the wind's coming from. And you can see the dirty air spilling off Havuk, those little, it looks like water drops.
And there he crossed. See how Bart has to tack away straight away, because Havuk has the priority. So if Bart was hitting him, he was getting a penalty. Confluencia at the same position here. See the fight against RSC Bundesliga team. He has to tack away or else getting a penalty. And that will be costly at this moment in the race. It's the last time they're going to race downwind.
So yeah, it's the last leg, and Luca and Confluencia just keeping out of each other's way there, just. Sometimes it's difficult to tell, and a couple of penalties, sometimes it's difficult to tell when they've actually crashed and when they haven't.
Here we are seeing the two boats in the lead. We see RSC Bundesliga team fighting. Confluencia would just go down to it here. Confluencia is going to win it. You can see he's coming in here. It's a win for him.
So Confluencia crosses the line in 15 knots. Bundesliga team of Germany is going to be second. Now the battle for third between the Italian and Lambriesques. And I think it's going to go to Luca of Italy. But Lambrie is 4th, and Red Dragon in 5th there, and Stripes just crossing the line, and another British team, Pickle, is that? Picky?
Finkelpunk, I think it's called. Isn't he? Finkelpunk. Oh, sorry, guys. I just went to the wrong screen. There we have it. I think it's Finkelpunk, yeah.
Finkelpunk.
Yeah.
What a great name.
Yeah, Maradoni, a little bit unlucky in this race. He got 3 penalties in total, so ending up 9. So let's watch from top. Confluentia with a win. 2nd for RSC Bundesliga team. 3rd for Luca. 4th for Bard. 5th for Havuk from Turkey. Red Dragon 6 getting 2 penalties. Oho getting 3 penalties. 7. Stripes 8. See here, the Switch champion is under pressure when he's meeting up with the whole crew here. But it's all about the start and how you're doing your race. Maradoni 9th and Finkelpuck 10th. And there was no clues about that. Confluentia, he was going for the win. See how he went into the front from start towards the end. Same thing how the Bundesliga team came when they come to the last gate mark. So
yeah, but look at Red Dragon. I mean, he really clawed it back. Havoc though will be disappointed.
Yeah, Red Dragon got a penalty in the start. That's why he dropped from an okay start, but Havuk actually penaltied him, and then Red Dragon dropped all the way to position 10. But fighting his way back to position 6, that's nice. Alec, I know by experience that we don't have much time to talk about each race when they finish up, because it's going like this in the online sailing club. So I'll just go into the next one and see. They haven't get ready yet. This was the club team we were seeing. This is the other team, so they are already in the 2nd race. So we are just going to follow the other guys again here. So it's something bigger than we normally see, Alec. Normally we see 6-9 boats in the start. Here we're seeing up till 15 today in the start.
Yeah, it's interesting because we've also seen more penalties today than I have done in a long time in one race, which I think is a reflection of just how much more these races mean to the sailors, but also the more boats there are, the more chance there is of collision.
Yeah, there are. And also, they know it's eSailing. They know it's an e-sport now. So they're using their rules that are in the game to give out penalties. And sometimes you will see when they're just close by each other, then one of the other guys just push the boat into it, and then it's a penalty, and you got to slow down for 11 seconds. And it's so damn costly. And I know some of them are getting really mad. We saw in this race 3 penalties to Red Dragon, 3 penalties to Oho, 3 to 4 penalties to Maradoni. So it's really costly for them.
I guess they get to know each other because they're on the e-sailing for hours and hours each week, and they're competing against each other on a regular basis. So I guess they start to understand and to know the personalities of the other boats, of the other sailors, and if you've got someone who's inflicted 3 penalties on you in a day, and if you've got him alongside you, then you know that you need to pull away, get out of there.
Yeah. Also, it's still practice for them, so they're taking chances. Let me see if the other teams are getting ready. No, they're getting ready in this server, so let's join it. It's just starting up now. The starting procedure is there. So let's go in and get ready for it. First, a small presentation. Red Dragon, we have here from Belgium. We can see it's the 49er this time. Maradoni, Great Britain. Oho, Netherlands. Or Holland, Finkelpuck, Great Britain. Stripes, Switzerland. Confluentia, Switzerland. Bard, he's from Holland. We have Jester with us this time. He's from Australia. Havuk from Turkey. RSC Bundesliga team Germany. SNPJ Luca, Italy. And RSC Rocket from Germany. And this is the guy I was speaking about, who is, how can I say, he was playing on the restaurant while he was out eating with his girlfriend.
Mr. Lambrix with the blue tick.
No, RSC Rocket. Lambrix has the blue tick. He's a sailor, but some of the others are also sailor. Here's the starter.
we still haven't talked about the blue tick. We'll do that after this race if we have time. So they are off. I'm looking down the left-hand side. There's a penalty for Jester, who was over early. He'll be slowed down, but he does have the whole race to catch up. However, it's going to be a tall order for him to do that. They all seem to be going off more or less in the same direction, but spread right across the course. The yellow buoy at the top of the screen is where they are aiming for.
Let's go down in 3D mode and watch it. They're getting ready to cross. We see Oho, he's crossing. Red Dragon crossing, almost giving a penalty to Lucas. See here the fight in here. Every time they cross, they're trying to penalty each other, and this is what it's all about doing.
Confluentia again online to finish somewhere near the front, if not in the lead on this leg. He also was leading the first leg in the last race. But in comes these boats from the left-hand side of the course. The Belgian boat, that was really close. And Red Dragon and Lambrix picking up penalties there. So Confluentia of Switzerland is away as he heads downwind for the first time. But can he grow the distance between himself and Luca of Italy and Maradoni of Great Britain?
And see the fight with the wind shadow here between Red Dragon and Fingelpunk. Fingelpunk trying to penalty Red Dragon. So that's a fight. Confluentia coming first and Lucas second, Maradoni third.
Yep, Confluentia still just out in front, but Luca takes the lead as they head upwind at this halfway mark. It's snakes and ladders between the Swiss and the Italian at the front. Stripes has closed the gap on them as well, and don't write off the German Bundesliga team or Maradoni. They're all in the hunt. There's one leg left to go. Confluentia out in front, but look at the leads between him and Luca. It's really not that big anymore. As the spinnakers are launched and they head downwind towards the finish line. It's a left turn to try and reach that finish line. They're going off to the right-hand side of the course right now.
And this is actually a good position for Confluentia. Now he's under attack. See the wind shadow. Lucas wind shadow just hitting him. He's tacking away. So Confluentia under attack. It's 4 meters in between these two leading boats. Who will take the win? There he's coming.
Well, it's a difficult one to call, but it looks like it's going to be Confluentia of Switzerland that gets it. But so close after 4 legs. I think we're going to have one more manoeuvre from the Swiss, and he gets across the line. The Italian is second. Third is Maradoni of Great Britain. That makes up for a poor first race that we saw earlier on from him. And then Rocket crosses the line, and here comes Red Dragon. Red Dragon suffering from penalties again in this race.
3 penalties in a row. I think he got caught. 3. We can see here largest number of penalties, Red Dragon. But a win for Confluentia, a second for Luca, a third for Maradoni, 4th for Harasi Bundesliga team, Bart in 5th, Stripes in 6th, Havuk in 7, Oho 8, 9 to Fingelbach, Harasi Rocket 10, Red Dragon 11, and Jester disconnected. And just to say, if this was the Switch Championship, Confluentia had the had the takings on Stripes tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
So he's fighting back, showing,
getting ready for the VC qualification. It's what's all about now. Getting to the World Cup Championship in Bermuda. We are going to...
We're going to wait for another race, are we? Are we going to have a few more races? So can you tell from your service there, and I know Thomas, by the way, has about 1 million screens in front of him to put this together. Are those the first 2 races we've seen, and are they now going to get shuffled up?
Let me
or
see.
Are we already into gold and silver?
I think we're going into gold and silver. 2 sec, Alec. I'll just go to the other screen. I have actually 2 computers tonight controlling everything, one communicating with the players. So let me see what they're saying here. I don't have a communication. I can see the next server is going to be online. No, they're going to take a third race with the same players, I can see. So they haven't been divided yet. But
Okay.
this time I think we'll go over to the other team and watch a seer.
Yeah.
We're going to invite in the studio within the next 5-10 minutes. So after this race, we will call a seer and see how he's doing, what he's thinking about it. I think that's where they're going to divide into gold and silver. So let's see how he's doing. Let me just show all of you. This is the server we're going to join. It's KZ7. It's Deja Vu is a seer at the moment. Then the other server is Red Dragon, Bard, Stripes, Havuk and Confluentia we've just been seeing. So this time we go to see some Italians, some Aussies, some Kiwis, some British, and of course some of the top French sailors in the world. I think, just to say, Alec, I will bet the first big burger, if I'm going to Bermuda with you and doing the production, that Asia will be one of the players. I really hope.
You know, you do realise a burger in Bermuda costs about $50, don't you?
Then we take a burger in Bermuda. It's a good bet, Alec. It's a good bet. Then we take a burger in Bermuda. I'm just saying, Asir, fantastic young sailor. What we have been seeing him doing the last 4 months in eSailing, I haven't seen that before. He came from nothing,
Really?
and in 4 months, he's doing 100 points result in almost every race.
Well, that's very impressive.
Yeah.
What's also impressive is the age range of the sailors. Because you're talking about youngsters, but there are guys there, and in the World Championship final, we had I can't remember the age of the eldest, but he was certainly in his 50s.
I think 56. I promise not to tell him.
He's in this next race, I think, actually.
Yeah, he might be. He might be.
But let's not give away who
No,
that
he
is.
is not. That's Villistas 7-1 that's in there.
It's not him then.
No, it's our good friend Alexandro Malino, who was the oldest at the World Cup Championship. But
Okay.
Villistas, he was the guy with the hat. He was also up age.
Yeah, I just remembered. I remembered he was one of the Italian players there, and the Lista 71, who we'll hopefully see shortly, was also in that World Championship final.
Yeah.
So some real quality in the races that are about to come.
Yeah, and this is going to be one of these huge fights. Last week we have this club championship off. Also, we didn't see Asir win any of the races, but he ended up winning in the point score because he got in top 3 in all races. And we will get ready for the next server. It's starting up now, Alec. So 2 sec, I will join it, and then we'll do a small presentation of these fantastic sailors in the online sailing club, VRI Virtual Regatta in short. And we're going to the green server now, I think it's called. So let's go in and watch it. First of all, it's the F18, Alec. It's going to be a fast commentating this time. Hope you can follow me. It's Asir from France with the pink flag. It's Deja Vu from Great Britain. It's Timo from Spain. Villista 7-1 from Italy. Alberto Carraro. He's actually sitting in London. Just got a new apartment over there. He's from Italy. Simplicity from Australia. KZ from New Zealand. F16 from France. Empower from New Zealand. Cool Running New Zealand. Epicure France. Dingle from United States, and Siberian from Italy. And Alex,
so some real quality in this fleet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 about to cross that start line as the clock hits 0, and it looks like they're all away cleanly.
It's a full start penalties for Timo. But a full start for Timo, and it's costly. See, he's 100 meters behind now. Asir in front. I told you about this young lad. He's in front. See here. We will see it from top because it's going so fast today that we will try to follow. Villista just shortly and F16 there.
So a different course from the previous 2 races we've seen.
Yeah.
But Azair of France is out in front already.
Yeah.
And how big a distance is it between him and the rest? Well, there's hardly any. So very early days in this race so far.
Yeah. We will try to go to the chopper view just to see how the fleet is splitting up. It's like watching SailGP F50 here. It's going so fast. Azir in front, 14.5. They're going upwind at the moment when they're going to this gate mark. And then we can see followed by Déjà Vu, Alberto Carraro go the opposite way. KZ, see here's a fight. Cool running, attacking Alberto Carraro. But let's try to go down to Azir here. We can see him coming here and rest of the fleet behind him.
Here he is. He's going to be in a good mood if he carries on like this when we speak to him after the race. And he's growing his distance. He's growing his lead from Déjà Vu. And Alberto Carraro currently sitting in third. But look at that, Déjà Vu in the mix as well.
Yeah.
And those two French boats sailing side by side. What's it going to look like when they come into this top gate? Not far to go. And Azair has it. Look at that, 14.2 knots. And yeah, he rounds it at 13 knots, apparently. That's incredible. Déjà Vu even faster.
Yeah.
Can he keep that speed up and bring the distance down between himself and Azair?
Yeah.
No penalties yet in this race.
But they're going to race downwind, and we don't see any big fights. We have a small fight between Cool Running and Vilista 7-1 here, but Cool Running is laying just behind him, so he can't throw wind shadow at him. So Azir for a run, he has 23.8 knots, and they're going upwind for the last time.
Yeah, there they go. And it's still very close between the two French boats. It's a difficult one to call.
Yeah.
Carraro in third, and he's building some distance between third and fourth. So the top three really are the ones to watch, and just 22 meters between first and third.
Yeah.
14 knots for Carraro.
Let's try to go in top view just to see how much they're crossing here. Azir going to the right, Déjà Vu going to the left. You can see what Confluentia was speaking about. See how dark it is in the middle. Maybe you can't see on the stream, but I can see on my big screen. It's very dark in the middle. This is why they're crossing there, and it's light color in left and right side.
Oh yes, now you mention it, it is visible. It's very subtle though.
Yeah.
You have to know what to look for really.
Azir now in second. Déjà Vu getting in front of him. Azir in attack by Vilista. Let's go down to the gate and see what will happen. They're going to race for the middle mark we see out there in the front. Azir in front, but he's under attack by KZ and Déjà Vu.
Wow, what a leg that was. KZ7, I don't know where he's come from, but he's just gone into the lead.
And this is the middle mark, and they're going to the finish line. Here, he's in front.
Okay, it's reached the finish. KZ7 out in front. I mean, how he did that, be interesting to look back and see. And we can ask Azair what happened. But Azair, who led for most of the race, is going to not even be in the top three in the end. Just misses out to Carraro, with Déjà Vu in second. The Lista 71 of Italy fifth. And we'll confirm all those results in a moment. I said Epicure, another World Championship finalist, coming in there.
And then Superior from Italy coming in last. So, KZ7 with a win, Déjà Vu in second, Alberto Carraro third, Azir fourth, Vilista fifth, Cool Running sixth, Simplicity 7, F16 8, Empower 9, Timo 10, Dingle 11, Epicure 12, and Siberian 13. And this chart, Alec, CK said how it really came from behind.
Yeah, I was just wow.
see the start from him.
It's incredible, really, how just made his way up through the fleet.
Yeah. He had the second worst start of all boats and ending up winning. This is the F-18. If you don't know how to steer it, you will lose. Alec, I will just try to call in Azir. So I'll go to a small break and then we will call in Azir. So please stay tuned.
Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write eSailing TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching.
And welcome back in studio. We've just been watching the online sailing club VRI's club championship, and we just saw a fantastic F-18 race. And Alec, to get us with us in studio, we now have Azir.
Azir joins us live from Brest in France, and Azir, you led most of that race, and then in the end you finished 4th. So what happened?
Yeah, I was a bit confused myself. I think KZ on the left had a very hard shift or something. I don't know. It was kind of odd, but that works sometimes. And well, I was kind of scared, so I didn't really push my options, and eventually both number 2 and 3 got very close to me. I messed up my top gate rounding, and eventually on the downwind, I actually I don't know how to say, but I didn't use the kites, and the last boat passed me right on the line. So that was pretty unfortunate.
I think about halfway through that race, it was the commentator's curse. I think I said, well, I can't see anyone catching Azir. But then it was an interesting battle with Deja Vu, wasn't it? So just tell me, because we've spoken to a few e-sailors tonight, and what's your tip for getting better, for improving?
Oh, well, I think one of the most important thing that is very underrated is actually really focusing 24/7 on the windsocks. So the wind intelligence is pretty much everything in this game, and once you've actually figured the wind patterns and everything, I think the second most important thing would be the specific virtual regatta rules, because they are very different from the book of sailing.
So you're talking about the windsocks. When you play as much as you do, are you beginning to see a pattern within the wind shifts, or are they totally random every race?
Well, I think you can never predict exactly what the wind is going to do, but I believe you can sort of guess, and sometimes it's obvious it's going to go really hard on the left, for example, and then you can push. Sometimes you're very unsure, and then it's better probably to play in the middle and kind of play defensive, so not go all the way to a side and eventually get, screwed. So yeah, it's really about trying to figure out what is the best, the safer option, I suppose, maybe.
Yeah. And are you a sailor yourself,
Yeah,
or just
yeah.
an e-sailor?
No, I actually sail. Well, as a matter of fact, my very last day on the water was December 2017 at the 420 Worlds in Australia, and ever since I actually didn't sail once, and I will have my first sail back in 3 days in the French Championship in Brest, actually.
In what boat? The 420 again?
No, not the 420. I've actually quit. I had to, focus on my studies, and it is going to be the Longue. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's very
No.
new for me too. Well,
What can you tell us about it?
I think it's a big. I don't know if you remember the 2012 match racing boats. Well, I suppose it's kind of the same, but you're between four and five dudes on that boat.
Okay, so it's not a solo. It's not a small dinghy.
No, it's not a dinghy.
Okay.
Indeed.
Well, you've taken a break from the real sailing, and in the meantime, you've picked up e-sailing. Do you think one has helped the other? Do you think e-sailing it will have helped your real sailing?
Well, actually, I I don't know because I haven't sailed ever since I discovered this game back like 2 months ago or something. But I think definitely some things are going to be very, very useful. I think especially with the wind patterns, sometimes I just play very aggressive, and in real sailing, you don't have the wind intelligence, right? So you play way more with the opponents. You don't really match race a fleet, but I'm not sure how to put that out in words. But
Okay. Yeah.
in let's say in virtual regatta, you're gonna see if there's a hard right, but a shift very on the right. But in real sailing, it's going to be very very random, and you're not going to be sure 100% until you're there yourself. So you're playing really with the fleets, and I think how to put that. Playing virtual regatta actually is helping me out with figuring out how the wind ladders work. When you're going upwind or downwind.
Mm,
Yeah,
cool.
that.
So it's been beneficial. It's helped, and that's good news. And I think that's why a lot of national federations and in fact World Sailing have got involved in e-sailing, because I guess it's a way for sailors to improve their techniques, but equally to get new people into the sport. And we've spoken to a few top e-sailors who aren't actually sailors, but who are dying to go and give it a go. So that's good news. I'm just going to ask Thomas how we're looking for the next race.
Yeah, what we're seeing, I'm just getting the result on another computer. I'm following Cube at the moment. I can see us here, you're getting third in total point score in the races. So you are in the Gold League. We're going to see you in the Gold League. To get S&P J8, Luca did the best result. How I see Rocket second. I see a third,
Yeah.
Havuk. Then KZ, who won over you, Alberto Carraro. M Power, Cube, F16, Cool Running, Siberian, Vilista 7-1, Bart, Lamprex, Deja Vu, Stripes, Confluencia, Timo Oho, and RSC Bundesliga team, and Maradoni is in the Gold League. And as here, I'm a little bit curious, just to say. I would
ahead.
just switch here. You have been writing a lot to me in the chat, in the private chat, about your age and where you're from. Because in the start you were sailing the Cuban flag. Why did you do that?
Actually, my name is a Spanish word, more like Cuban slang. So I thought to myself, why not use the Cuban flag? And And I didn't know that the World Championship and all of that was a thing until I actually really got into the game. So I didn't know you had to enter your real details, to be a part of that. So for a very long time, I actually raced with a Cuban flag.
Asir, you have to join the server. You haven't joined it yet. You're the last one missing in there.
Oh,
So just speak while you're joining.
I don't know what the code is. Oh, never mind. Hold on. Join.
They are missing you, Asir, in the server at the moment. I can just see it. I can count Red Dragon, Oho, KZ,
All right.
and so on. And soon I will
4.
count Asir also.
All right. Yeah, that's
It's
my bad.
okay. We speak with you a while, or shall we?
Oh, it's fine. I can race and talk if you need me. I should be okay.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Alec, I think shall we try to take one gold race with him while we are speaking with him, and then just ask what he's doing? Then we're just following Asir's boat.
Let's do it. This is going to be fascinating.
Fantastic.
All right.
I will just get ready to join the server. Asir, Alec, and I are still in your ears, so don't be afraid. It's just us speaking here. This is Asir's boat, so we're just waiting for the race to start. There's a 20 boat race start, Alec, this time. Push!
20 boats, wow.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see the penalties on this.
So Asir, what are you thinking when you're getting ready for these races? I've been seeing you really experimenting with the starts. And right now, you're in front of the starting line, not behind it.
Yeah, well, in the G70, there's something that doesn't really exist in proper sailing, which is the momentum, And so in the G70, if you fly the kite before the start, go downwind, you're probably going like something like 15 knots. And then when you're going back up at the moment of the starts, you're probably going to have an extra like 3 to 4 knots going down all the way to 8, which is I think the maximum in the G70. So after this kind of start, you get something around, I think, 2 boat length ahead of everyone if you perform it very well. But you need to be very aware of your surroundings, and on a 20 boats fleet, it's going to be very tough, I think. So I will play it safe, I believe, tonight.
Okay. I'm struggling to see the screen here. So okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm watching it on our Facebook channel. That's fine, and I can see it fine. Okay. Okay.
I think we're missing 2 people, but I just told him to start because they might not show up. I don't know. Yeah, he just started. So pretty much, I think before the start, I think the wind shifts around once a minute or something like that. So if you pop in the race before the starting procedure, you can actually start to see the wind shifts prior to the race, and you can already pretty much guess what is going to be the pattern when you start the race. So I believe it might go to the left.
Okay, so we're watching you in the top left corner with the pink boat coming in. You're just coming around the committee boat, and you're going to head for the left-hand side then, the pin end of the line.
Well, I think I'll see once I start, but on this boat, I like to start on the committee part of the line because you have the advantage and there's just so many boats nobody can attack, So yeah, for now I'm just going to try to. I'm not going to have room, sadly.
You've got yourself in line, but you've been squeezed out as well.
Unless, yep, it's not going to be. Oh, I might take a pen here. No, I'm not. Yes. Oh, and this boat is gonna.
Okay, so there you got a penalty by F16.
Yes, yes. That's not the best start.
Well, yes, but on the other hand, you're also doing a commentary as well as trying to race. So,
It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right.
yeah, let's have a look. We've got Havuk out in front from Turkey, Maradoni of Great Britain, and Timo is also out there in the leading bunch. But everyone seems to be agreed on which side of the course they want to be in, and the whole fleet is spread out from left.
Well, as I said, the wind is going to shift left because it was very hard right before the start, and right now it's actually left. And on the right side of your wind intelligence screen, you can see that the wind is shifting on the right very hard. So I suppose it is going to shift back to the right very soon, which is why I'm tacking away right now.
We are just going over to the boats here. We see the attacks here, Alec. Stripes, SMPJ, Luca, Havuk, Timo. So many boats coming up to this gate mark. We have the first penalty there. It's Bart getting it.
Yeah, but Havuk, he's going to lead into this top gate, doesn't it?
And someone popped the
KZ7, is he going to come in and steal another race?
And we can see Asir sneaking in. He's now in position 16. And Asir,
Oh, I'm going to take a penalty here.
yeah,
That is
second
stupid.
penalty. That's a stupid one from Confluentia. So, so maybe next time we should not interview you when we are doing here. You won the last championship, and now there's a chance you will already be out of the next one here.
Yes,
So-
perhaps the next ones.
I tell you what, why don't we just be quiet and leave us there to concentrate, and we'll see if you can catch up. How about that? That's a race within a race, isn't it? Whilst we focus on the front of the fleet, Azair can just concentrate on trying to get himself back into it. Meanwhile, we are at the front of the fleet here. Yes, we are. So this is KZ7 ahead of Timo, ahead of the Italian Ballista 71, Havuk of Turkey in the mix there. But it's really close between the top four. 15 meters only separating them as they come up to this top gate. See KZ7 taking his line into the gate. Havuk will tack too.
Yeah, well, when you're in the back of the fleet, it's pretty hard to catch up, especially on the G70, because there's just so many spoiled wind, everywhere,
Yeah.
that you don't really have. Yeah, you can't really do much.
Yeah. I mean, that is one of the features of the game, that once you find yourself at the back, it is pretty difficult. However, there are times that Thomas and I have commentated on races where we've seen fights and battles and penalties amongst the top 3, 4, 5. It's interfered with things so much that
And Alec, we're going to see a fight again here. See, K said he's all by himself, he's going to win. But see, Villis is 7-1. Havuk is fighting for second and third. And from behind, Alberto Carraro and Timo is coming in. So if they keep fighting, they will lose position. So
well, Havuk's not going to be able to get in there, is he?
Nah, he will get... Oh, he's attacking! Getting third.
Between those two.
Yeah, but Timo taking second, Havuk third, and Villis fourth, Alberto Camaro. What a fight they have there.
Well, so the interesting thing there for novices, that you can go for a big collision on the finish line, and you're not going to get a penalty because it's too late.
Yeah, he didn't feel to slow down because of that, and Asir coming in 50. So
Yeah, not the very best race.
yeah. Asir, we will just say goodbye to you, and best of luck in the next race. And Alec and I will just speak about this, how Havuk just attacked Villister. But see the difference? Villister still won with 0.1 second, Alec.
Yeah.
So, Asir, best of luck in the next race.
Yeah, bon chance.
Yeah. So, there you see Alec. KZ with a win. But Villister just managed to keep his second position here. Havuk third, Timo fourth, Alberto Camaro fifth, Carraro, and then we have Bart Lambrix 6, Empower 7, SMPJ Luca 8, Maradori 9, Cool Running 10, Deja Vu 11, Confluentia is having a hard time this time. 12, F16, 13, Azir 14. He actually won some spots there. Red Dragon, Stripes, and Siberian, and oh, disconnected. And then let's see here. See how Havuk and Villister was fighting each other all the way. And Villister just won in the last race. But it's amazing to see. This is esport, Alec. We saw them. Havuk on the outside. Let me try to do it like this. And Villister on the inside. And then we suddenly see Havuk just try to go through and see if he can win it. That's the difference from sailing and esport.
Yeah. It was exciting stuff. But I mean, he'd been forced out, hadn't he? He'd been forced out of the course and pretty much ran out of racetrack, really. Yeah. So he had no other choice.
No, I'd either take it in the last second and time it well and maybe win, or get a penalty and maybe get all the way to the 4th position. So it's by taking chances. Alec, it has been a great pleasure to have you in studio today. I know you are going to do something more tomorrow, so it's an early evening by you, but always a pleasure to have you in studio.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to be with you, Thomas. Yeah. You always press the right buttons, and it's always amazing how you manage to connect us up from around the world. So you're in Denmark, I'm in London. We've spoken to someone in Brest in France. We've spoken to someone in Switzerland. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, and we're watching players from all 3 time zones in the world.
Before I go, though, I keep talking about this blue tick. Tell me about what it means.
Yeah, Virtual Regatta Inshore made a fantastic upgrade. When you go into, let me show you, when you go into register your player, example here I have eSailing TV, then I can go under my name and I can press Advanced Profile. And in here I can push in my sailor ID. And when I push in my sailor ID, then Virtual Regatta Inshore knows I'm a sailor. And because they know I'm a sailor, then I get the blue mark. So the blue mark just tells everybody else that you're sailing in real life. And then we can discuss, is this a good or a bad thing?
I don't know. I suppose it tells people that you know what you're doing. Yeah. But then it also puts you up there for them to knock you down.
Yeah. And that's why a lot of these players we have with us tonight haven't put in their ID number, because then they will get killed. So, Alec, thank you for being with me tonight. I will do the last commentating of the next gold race and then the final. When do we see you again? Next week?
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon. Looking forward to that. I know you will go to Japan. If we're lucky, we can get in contact with you there. We know we can get in contact you on phone like we're getting with the rest of them. So maybe we can just have an interview with you, what you're doing, how your day is, and how you're working while we are here on eSailing TV.
Cool, got to do that, definitely. But we'll do some more commentary later on this week.
We are. So thank you for joining in, Alec, and have a good evening.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. So, pushing Alec out of the studio, a great pleasure to have him in. We will go in to watch the next race. It's getting ready at the moment. It's the second gold race of tonight. We're not watching silver races. We only want to see the winners of the Sail Online Sailing Club, and we're going to do some commentary in it. We can see it's still black in the corner. So we see here it's a 20 fleet start. It's the 49er. Oh, this is going to be a hard commentary, but it's also going to be a fantastic race. It's not often we're going to see 20 skippers start in Virtual Regatta Inshore. It's normal 6 or 9. So here the skippers really have to use their time to think about what they're doing. While you're here with us online, while we're waiting, please go in and share what we're doing. Please like our pages, both Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. It is a great pleasure to have you online with us. So the race is going to be on. So let's start with a small presentation of the skippers. We have Red Dragon from Belgium here in his 49er. We have Empower from New Zealand. We have Stripes from Switzerland. Azir, we just spoke with from France. Maybe he will win this next race when not speaking with us. Then we have Cool Running from New Zealand. Bart from Holland. We have Timo from Spain. Maradoni, Great Britain. F16 from France. Deja Vu from Great Britain. Alberto Carraro. He is an Italian, but sometimes I am saying he's from Great Britain. He's sitting in London. KZ from New Zealand, Siberian from Italy, Havuk from Turkey, Confluentia from Switzerland, SNPJ Luca, Italy, and Oho, Netherlands. Whoosh! What a bunch of boats. And let's see it from the top. See, they're clustering in the right side at the moment. It's going to be a real good race. But see here on the left side, all by himself, who's placed there? I can't see it at the moment. Who is placed 2, 3, 1. It's Bart. He's not getting the best start. It's Red Dragon in middle getting the best start. We have a false start for Maradoni. A penalty given to Havuk. Dejavu going to the right. But Bart plays here. We have Red Dragon in middle. Let's try to follow this one. See how close the boats are. And when they're crossing to the right side, as Confluentia did, he's getting a penalty because the boats going from right towards left have the priority. So we are having some fights here. Let's just see it from Bart's view at the moment. He's tacking up, but he has to take care. It's same thing. We can see Empower has to wait for Red Dragon to tag up. There, Red Dragon tagging up. Under attack by Timo. Timo now in front. He's tagging up. So when the boats are crossing here, we might see some penalties. Timo, according to server, in front. Red Dragon in middle in second. We have Empower coming in 5. They're going against the top mark for the first time. It's going to be crowded, and all by himself out here. Maradoni is coming, but he's too long away to do anything about it. Here's a fight. This is going to be a close fight. Let's see what's going to happen. Bart tacking in. Oh, Timo hitting the mark. Has to take a chance. Empower there. Azir coming in. Red Dragon. Siberian. We have Deja Vu. Oho. Havuk back in race. Stripes. Alberto. Only one penalty, and then we're getting another penalty. It's for Bart. He's getting a burger by Azir, who's now in front. And last race we spoke with Azir, and he said it was no issues for him to do the race and do a commentating. But see, now he's in front, doing a good race and also handling out penalties as we normally see when he's doing the races. Azir coming first, a penalty again given to, this time to Timo. Siberian and Red Dragon is in second, Bart fourth. A new penalty to Havuk, it is second. He's catching up. Alberto also getting a penalty. See, all boats taking a chance. It is the 49er, so when it's sliding down there, it's quite hard. Let's try to see it from top here. See the boats going to the right, some of them crossing at the moment, but it's Azir in front. We want to watch this one. He just managed to get in front of Empower, and see the other boats trying to come up, but they have to tag in front of Siberian, tagging in front of Empower, but getting a penalty. It was too late. So Empower now, if he's not doing a mistake, he will get a second place at the moment. Red Dragon tried to catch him. There, they're coming. See how costly Siberian that penalty was. Spinning her up, and there they're going downwind. Azir in front, he's all by himself. He's 90 meters ahead, 70 meters ahead. He's losing wind at the moment. Empower is capturing wind much better. Azir, he only has 16. Empower has 16.4. So now it's Empower in front. Azir in second. Let's try to go to Empower's boat and see it here. 16.8. He's capturing wind much better. 1 knot faster. So now he's, according to server, 20 meters ahead of Azir. This might be a costly one. Will it be Empower? Will it be Azir? It's Empower reading the radar the best. So he's getting first. Azir was in front the whole race. He's getting second. Red Dragon losing his third to Bart. Bart also capturing wind. So all the boats going to the right side in this case was taking the wind. And here they're coming in on a string. Like pearls on a string. Confluentia, Maradoni, and in the end, KZ7. It's the 49er. It's going so fast. Empower taking the win. He took a chance, went to the right side, found the win, and took the win. Then we have Azir in second, Bart in third, Red Dragon fourth, Deja Vu fifth, Cool Running 6, Siberian 7, Timo 8, Alberto Carraro 9, Havuk 10, Oho 11, Stripes 12, SNPJ Luca 13, Confluencia 14, Maradoni 15, F16 on position 16, and KZ on 7. It looks like that Confluencia has lost his power, lost his concentration, or else the other skippers are just high performing at the moment. Fantastic to watch these races. And let's just go in and see what we're going to have in the next races. This was the second gold race, and as we was explained, then there might be a final, so we're just waiting up to hear more in the servers. Before going in there, please stay tuned. We'll take a small break. If you're watching eSailing TV at the moment, please join in and follow us.
Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we're live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write eSailing TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together, we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching.
Welcome back in studio. You're watching eSailing TV at the moment. Tonight we have been seeing the Switch Championship, some recordings from there, the Switch eSailing Championship, and we had a winner. The first eSailing champion of Switzerland is Stripes. Second we have Nessie, and third we have Confluencia we had in studio earlier tonight. Right now we are waiting up for the last race, the medal race of VRI, the Virtual Regatta Inshore Online Sailing Club. And I know that a lot of people think it's a private launch, but if you want to join it, then you can write a guy called Cube. I'm just placing his contact information here. You can contact him on Twitter. He's at Cube Sailing on Twitter. Just write him, or find Red Dragon /Cube in Virtual Regatta Inshore and write him in a private message, and then you will get him. I can see we're waiting for who is in top 10. We're getting the results for tonight's races. We just have the 2 gold races. Luckily for Isir, he got a second in the last race, so he might come through to top 10. Or else it was a hard one to do an interview with Alec and I tonight, and he was losing his race and losing his position in the top 10. He won last week. He won on points last week when we saw the first week of the club championship. Asir came in first. L1, the world champ, came in third. I can't remember who got in second, but L1 is not with us tonight racing, but Asir is. So we are just waiting for it. It's a burning hot chat at the moment in the private chat room of the race. So I'm just waiting for the race officer Cube to say what to do. But we can see 16 of the players have joined this server. But they are not all 16 going to race, because it's a medal race for the last top 10. So who will be in top 10, and rest of the racers are off for tonight or going to watch the last race. Who's top 10? Havuk is riding at the moment that everybody's racing actually, so maybe we're getting all of them in. It's a medal race, so all 20 are going to race. So we will join the server and see everything. We're going to have a 20 skippers start. There we have it. It started. It's the F16, F18. We're going to see Formula 18. It's going to be a fast race. Presentation: Azir from France, Timo from Spain, Cool Running from New Zealand, Deja Vu Great Britain, Empower New Zealand, Red Dragon Belgium, SMPJ Luca Italy. We have a Vuk from Turkey, he's lying there, F16 from France, Confluentia from Switzerland, Siberian from Italy, Oho from Holland on the Netherlands, Villistas 7-1 from Italy, KZ7 New Zealand, Stripes from Switzerland, the Swiss eSailing champion himself, Bart Lebrix from Holland, and Cruiselator is a spectator mode at the moment. I'm not sure he's in, maybe he is the race officer at the moment. He has not been racing tonight. We will get ready for the start. Let's get it from a top view. Oh, let's see if we can get one of the boats here in the middle. It's always a funny picture in the F16, but see how they're splitting up. 5 seconds, they're coming with speed from behind. It's a slow start here in the side. Who got the slow start? It's Villis 7-1. See how they're clustering up. We have some penalties. Let's try to go to this mark and see how they're coming in. There they're coming. See how close they are to each other. Coming around. Red Dragon up with the spinning up before time. Penalties to Stripes, and then we're going on. Let's get it from the top again. Here they come. No, they're coming in here. Here we have it. It's KZ in front. It's F16. All positions switches. See how fast it's going. It's like the boat is sliding. Villister now on 13th position, getting a penalty. A penalty to Deja Vu, and Cool Running also getting one in. The fleet is splitting up. See how they're splitting out, how they're crossing. Let's try to get in middle. We have a Timo view here in middle. There you are. Then we have a KZ in the left. We have Empower, SMPJ Luca, F16. A penalty given to Stripes for hitting one of the other boats. When they're going from right towards left, as we're seeing here, we can just see that that they have the priority. So all the other boats coming in the opposite side. Example, Empower here. He can almost not only get a penalty if he's hitting one of the other boats. So KZ, we have a small fight here. Let's see, KZ coming in here. See, he had to avoid all the other boats, or else he would get a penalty when going up. According to server, it's Timo in front, so let's see what happens when he's going up. When 14.5. And there was a huge wind shift there. See the lane mark, how it moved away. So he has to change angle to get the best wind speed here. So he cannot capture the wind the best thing. Azir getting a penalty. Oh, it's so costly in the F18. So he's going for second and all the way to position 6. F16 coming first. SMPJ Lucas second. Havuk third. Then we have Red Dragon, we have Timo, we have Empower, Confluentia getting a penalty by Empower, so Empower back in the race, and in the last position we have Oho, Cool Running, and Stripes. See how fast it's going, 24 knots when they're going downwind. Let's see if we have some fights here. Oh, we have a small fight in front. It's F16, has to avoid the wind shadow of SMPJ Luca. He's almost capturing him, but he didn't succeed. So let's see the fight when they're going around. They're following each other. SMPJ Luca is following F16. The other boats have Vuk also going this way. He's now in third. Deja Vu, Red Dragon, Empower, Azir, Villis 7-1. And they are going in. KZ coming in there. And we're getting in front. F16, SMPJ Luca, Deja Vu, Bart. Let's go up and see if we can see something from top here. See how they're crossing. Let's go a little bit more to the middle. A lot of boats are crossing at the moment. If you're watching the radar, then you can see in the left side here in Déjà Vu, it's lightened up, so there's not that much wind as in the right side where F-16 are. So 12.8, 7, 14.1, 14.2, 14.2, and out here we have, let's see, we have Villister there. He's losing a little bit momentum, but he's in second, but he's 25 meters behind SNPJ Luca, who's in front. SNPJ Luca is coming in here, but he's under attack by F-16. F-16 will tack in front of him. Nice race there upwind. So now he is in front. So these two boats are going to fight for the middle mark. We see there, see the lights going to the middle. That's where they're going. Who will come first? F-16 going to the right, Luca going to the left. This is going to be a fight. There's 5 meters in between these two boats. We're going to watch this fight, and they have to take care. Havuk coming from behind, but he's 40 meters behind. See F-16 throwing dirty air on Luca, and they're going to go around this mark. Who will do it best? It's F-16 with the priority. Luca coming in there, getting a penalty to F-16. He just got it, so Luca is going for a win. And see Havuk coming from behind now, taking F-16 second position. So he's getting second, F-16 is getting third, Asir getting fourth, and we can see the fights, they're coming in here. We have Bart fifth, Red Dragon sixth. We don't have any, we have a small fight, Villister and Siberian, but it's Siberian winning. Oho did something which didn't see, he's still racing, he's 100 meters behind and he's disconnecting. He hadn't come around the mark, so he is in last position. Same thing with Stripes. It's a win for Luca. It's a second for Havuk. It's third for F-16. Asir fourth. Bart fifth. Red Dragon 6. Déjà Vu 7. Siberian 8. Villister 9. 10 to KZ. 11 to Empara. 12 to Timo. 13 to Confluencia. 14 to Cool Running. 15 to Stripes. And Oho still racing, so he will get position 16. This was a medal race, so all points in their scoreboard will count double. So now it's exciting who will win tonight's VRI Sailing Club Championship week number 2. Last week it was the young Asir we just have in studio. Maybe we can invite in Cube for a small talk about it. Let's see if I have Cube here on the line. I know right now he's in charge of the online sailing club, together with Asir and Lucas Moore. They're doing a fine job organizing everything. So Cube is doing the numbers, doing the calculations. So I can see they're writing a lot of things in the chat, internal. So we are not going to watch it. We're just going to wait for it and see what happens. I will try to call Cube. I know he's pushing in numbers, but still, let's call him and hear if he's with us today. And he's not taking his phone, but we are still calling him, so maybe he will join in. We're just waiting for it and hope we can get in contact with him. While we're waiting for Cube to get in studio, it has been a pleasure today. Just to wrap up what we've been doing, we've been watching the Switch Championship. Thank you to Confluencia for giving us his recordings, so we will make a small video. We will place it on Facebook and YouTube later today or later tomorrow as a clip. Also the interview with him, and congratulations with the bronze medal there. Stripes, congratulations with your first place, your gold medal, and the young Nessie from Switzerland also with a silver medal. Then we also had an interview with Asir. As I promised Alec, I made a bet with him that Asir is going to the World Championship in Bermuda if he continue up doing what he is. And Asir, if you're not doing it, it will cost me a burger for Alec will concern. Cube, maybe I have him in studio. Can you hear me? Super. I will just plug you into studio. Welcome online, Cube. What a race we saw today. How many members are you in the club?
Well, at the moment we are around 60 members.
60 members, and you have 30 members racing tonight. It's actually amazing. And Cube, or just to say, if you want to join the club, can everybody join in, or it's a private club only for players who is invited?
No, it's available for everyone. So if you want to join the club, just send me a message. There are several ways to find me, but the most easy way is on the game itself.
Yeah.
So just type in my name, add me as a friend, and send me a request.
Ah, cool. Then you have a lot of friends in the race tonight. Cube, we're waiting for the result for tonight's races. So I'm a non-sailor, but I've been learning a lot about how it works. So how does it work with these results here?
How do you mean?
Every time you win a race, you get points, but
Yeah,
you're not getting 20 points for a win. How does it work?
You get points according to the to your results. So if you get a first place, you get 1 point, and so on. And in fact, what you try to do is you try to have as the least points possible. So to do that, you have to sail, of course, the best as possible. And for every X amount of races that we do, there is also one discard, and discard is your worst score that is actually like removed from your series.
Yeah.
So if you have one race that was a bit worse than the others, it's still not a problem because you can just that race is just discarded.
Oh, cool. So you have one bad race at a night, and then the rest of them good, and then you have a good result. Fantastic to hear. Q, when you created this online sailing club together with the others, what's the purpose of it? What do you want to create here?
The actual purpose was in fact those. In the beginning of the game, we had races of 9 players. Every time was 6 or even less, like we have right now actually. And I really tried to like create races of 20 players or even more, and it looked like something almost impossible. But actually, like right now, you see that we managed to do it.
Yeah.
So I think I achieved what I tried to do.
Fantastic. And right now you're sitting doing all the results as a race officer, plus you've been doing the races. So you're typing in the positions, and then you get a scoreboard, and then we can get the final result. Maybe you can tell us who won today and who got the first 3 positions.
So right now we're entering the medal race with the top 10, the best players actually.
Okay, so top 10 players are going to race now.
Yes, they are going to race one last race where your points count double. So when you sail a first place, you get 2 points. Second place gets 4 points. And this race can also not be discarded. So even if you sail last, well, then you add 20 points.
Okay.
So that's really bad. So we're entering the medal race with on first position Acere with 13 points, followed by SNPG Luca, 16 points. And on third place, we have Havok with 20 points right now.
So, but having a Syrian studio, he did a bad race. He just moved away that race and didn't count it in his score, and now he's in front. He won last week, so will he also win this week?
Well, we'll see that in the last race, but the scores are so close to each other that from the moment Acere does a bad move, he can lose his first position. So it will be a very tough medal race.
Cool. So that server that's going to be created at the moment, I can see it here. This is the server with the top 10 players that's coming in, and that's a medal race. So the last race was just a gold race. So this is a medal race. So the winner of this race might be the winner of this week's championship. And which boat class are we going to race, Q?
In the G70 today.
The G70.
Or the day boat racer.
Yeah. So it's going to be a slow, strategic race. I know Alberto Cabrero, he loves this boat type because when he's racing downwind, he loves to attack the other boats with wind shadow and come in and penalty them. And just so all of you see here behind, see how many private races there are at the moment. It's so amazing. Oh, the race has started. We're speaking too much, so let's go in. Cube, have a good race.
Thank you.
20 seconds for start. We'll just disconnect Cube so he's not using all his time here. But let's get ready for the race. It's Azir here from France. It's Luca. Oh, with 10 seconds to start, so no presentation. Let's see from top. Azir is outside of lane mark. See, he's trying to do the trick we spoke about, coming in with speed, going around and going up, and it might give him, no, that's Bart doing it. It might give him 3 more knots. Bart has the best start. Alberto Camaro, a second best start. So this is fantastic. They're doing a good job today. So let's see how they're doing. Bart, first position. Alberto Camaro, SMPJ Luca, F16, Havuk, Empower. Then we have Azir. We have Deja Vu. Then we have Vilista, and we have Red Dragon. This is the top 10 of today's races. See how they're crossing each other. There's no fights at the moment. We have a small one here with Red Dragon, but he's behind. He's in 10th position, 60 meters behind the leading boat. Don't hope. Oh, we have a penalty to Bart. I don't hope it was my fault he's getting in. See Alberto Carrero. He's a sneaky guy. He knows this boat. He loves it. We have been seeing him dual mode. We also have a penalty to SMPJ Luca. No, what happened? Alberto Carrero, he lost his connection there. Oh, he's out of the race. So unlucky, and it's the last race. I don't think the race officer will restart it. He lost connection in London. Oh, so bad for him. So it's F16 in front at the moment. I know that Alberto, he is furious about that. This could be a win. Havuk is now in first position. F16 coming around. Then we have Azir in third. He has to... Oh, getting a penalty here by Empower. It's a costly one. It's downwind. SMPJ Luca, Deja Vu, Red Dragon, and Villister. Let's see here. See how costly it is. Azir losing momentum. Oh, Alberto, his browser reloaded. Oh, so unlucky. This is what happens when we're playing the game in browser. Sometimes the browser can reload or something happens and then you disconnect. In tablets and mobile phones is more if you're losing connection or it's lacking and you're losing it. See, we have a fight here. They're fighting each other, coming around here. Oh, it's Deja Vu captured in a burger between Villister and Azir. See Deja Vu losing everything now. Now he's in last position. And we're going to have some more fighting here. Let's see from Empower's angle here. He's in position 4. It's Havuk in front at the moment. F16 in second. Havuk, he will take the win if he's going in first position. And Azir don't get second. F16 there. Empower. Azir in 6 at the moment. Villister. They're all coming up towards the gate mark for the last time. And then it's a race downwind. And we're going to see a fight where they're fighting each other. The boat from behind is in attacking position, where the boat in front are in defending position. Havuk, he needs to get at least 22 meters ahead of F16 for not being attacked. And if he's under attack by F16 going downwind, then one of the other boats might sneak in from behind. Havuk spinning her up. Let's see, 12, 17, 19, 21, 22. It's going to be a close one. Empower losing everything in the top, losing wind. So Azir in third, giving a penalty back to Villister, SMPJ Luca. Oh, this is going to be a close one. Let's go up and see if there's a small fight here. F16 just managed to... Havuk just managed to keep outside of F16, so it's going to be Havuk. It's going to be F16. Azir getting a penalty by Luca here. So Azir losing his victory today. Luca using the rules here to go into him. We have another fight here from behind. It's a win for Havuk. F16 in second. See there, we have a fight. Deja Vu, Red Dragon fighting each other. We have another fight here. Villister still fighting SMPJ Luca. Empower coming in third. Let's go to the finish boat. It's going to be SMPG Luca fourth, Villister, and a new penalty to Bath, and then they're clustering up all the boats. Here is the result. Havuk in first position. Nice done by the Carrot from Turkey. F16 second. Empower third. SMPJ Luca fourth. Villister fifth. Deja Vu 6. Bart 7. Azure losing 2 penalties, giving at position 8. Red Dragon 9. Alberto Cabraro. Unlucky for him, his browser reloaded, so he disconnected while he was in front. And it was the last race of today. Let's see here. Best start for Havuk. Best average speed. Best maximum speed. Red Dragon sailed the shortest distance. Azure, he had to turn the boats 13 times. Bart getting most penalties. And here we can see Havuk leading on until after Alberto disconnected. So this might have been Alberto Carrero's victory today. I can see in the chat he is a little bit unlucky. Of course you are, Alberto. I know you are a a person who really loves competitions, and you always go for a win. So unlucky for the server. So this was tonight's medal race. I'm just going to not wait for the result of today. I'm going to be offline. So if you want to join the race at the online sailing club, write Cube on Twitter or find him on eSailing in VR Virtual Regatta chat room. Add him as a friend and then you get into him. Alberto, thanks for watching tonight and have a good night yourself. We will post the result later on in the chat. Maybe we can have Cube to do it or one of the other players to post it in the chat on Facebook or on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write eSailing TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really, really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together, we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching.